everybody, it is Moogs here. Today we're looking at Stoneshard, which is currently in beta. So this may not reflect the end game. So far I've been having a lot of fun with it. I have played through the tutorial. It probably took me an embarrassingly long time. It is currently... Sorry, I'm just trying to load the page. It's in early access. It's currently $21.50 Australian dollars. It's developed by Inkstain Games and published by Hype Train Digital. So let's jump into it and have a little bit of a look. Settings menu is fairly basic, nothing too outlandish or crazy. You can change the controls, which is something that I personally quite like. And you can change all the separate sound bits, which I also quite like, because I normally turn off the music and listen to my own, but for the purpose of this, I will leave it as is. There's not a lot in terms of video options, but there doesn't really need to be. It's not a hugely graphically intense game, so I'll show you what I mean. So I've just made it through the tutorial where I played as an old man. I did it this way because I'm hoping that I won't give away too much of the story, but I can show you some of the features of the game. So this is my character. In full release, it does say that you'll be able to make your own character, but currently you have to choose from a list of 4 characters. I chose the knight because I thought maybe survivability might be a bit better. So far, it doesn't seem like stealing stuff in this inn has a negative impact on me. Maybe it does. I stole all of his mugs and sold them back to him for 1 gold each. Now I guess I'm in their bedroom, rifling through their barrels because that's just who I am as a person. Don't ever invite me over. I feel kind of guilty stealing their earrings and stuff. Bandages? Tell me more. The health system in this game confused me a little bit at first. I'm not necessarily a hugely clever person, so you might get it way quicker than I did. Yeah, see, all these bits. Developers, if you are watching this, which I really doubt, because with my 14 subscribers, why would you be? I would possibly get rid of this, that I can just go upstairs, come back downstairs, talk to this man, and sell him all of his stuff back for 1 gold each. As you can see, I've already done this once. Sell him back his wife's earrings. I feel very rude. Yeah, so, sorry. Up here you have your buffs and debuffs. I'm hoping that I get to some kind of combat so I can show you that. This is the town that I've just ended up in for whatever reason. You can talk to all these people. He has an onion, which I will buy because food is actually quite important. Excuse me 1 second, sorry. Food is actually quite important in this game. You need to stay, I don't want to say well fed, but you need to make sure you got food on you because your character does get hungry. How cool are the horses? Sorry, I haven't seen any horses yet. I haven't seen daylight. I've been in a dungeon basically and that's it. So I'm not really sure where this is going. Can I catch this bird? No, okay. I was just wondering. Can I steal all of your wheat? Also a negative. But how awesome would that be? It kind of reminds me of... Please don't everybody hate on me for this, but it kind of reminds me of Diablo 2 a little bit. Just in, like, the inventory system. Maybe I should equip a weapon. W switches between your weapons, so you can have 2 separate weapony bits equipped. As far as the inventory scrolls of identify and all that kind of stuff goes, similar system to kind of Diablo 2 there. But then once you get into health, so this is your character screen. When you level up, you can choose, you get, so far I've gotten 2 points per level and I can choose what to put them in. Then health starts getting complicated. So you can get injuries to specific body parts and they might need specific treatments. So in the tutorial, you end up with a really damaged right leg, so you've got to splint your leg and do all this stuff, and I thought that was actually really cool. The longer you leave a wound untreated, the more debuffs basically you get, and negative effects you get from not treating your own wounds. I'm guessing this is like a little kind of harvesting thing. I'm now optimistic. So in that sense, has anyone played Darkest Dungeon? Because the buffs and debuffs work a little bit like that. I'm sorry, my dog is having a dream, so he started crying. So you can get optimistic, you can get depressed, you can go insane. I'm assuming, I haven't seen it yet personally, but there is a sanity somewhere. Here, there is a sanity. So I'm assuming that things can start getting reasonably messed up. Okay, so here's a wolf. It's turn-based, so I can take 1 step per round, and then I can stab at this wolf. And as you can see, that's... can't see my hands. This is my health down here. I have a skill point I probably should have used, and I'm dying. So I'm going to run away from that. So, can't zoom in or anything, but you can see here I'm bleeding from the face. I've got 19 out of 78 possible health. And the reason that that is so low is because I have a mild head injury. So if you've got injury to certain places, it reduces your maximum health that you can have. So you right click on that and you can apply your healing salve, which will help you recover. Then, what I didn't learn in the tutorial, but for those of you who know me, this is not going to be news to you, but oh fuck, they can follow me. Okay, and then you die. And then you can load the game. You can only save it when you sleep. So all that wandering around I just did, I've got to do again. Maybe just spend my skill points. So these are my skill pointy tree things. That'll do. It gives me an ability down here. Oh, I've got more. I don't know how to open S. Of course it is. I'll take that one. And that's all the points I have. So I'm not going to bother going upstairs and ransacking all this stuff again. It's probably not hugely worth it. This is the dude that you play as in the intro. And then I'm just going to try and... I'm trying to continue this quest forward, but I don't really remember how to. Maybe he wants me to buy something, so... buy some sausage. Perfect. Blah, 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 blah. This is the first conversation I've encountered where there's no voice acting. So, normally there's a bit more involved. Quests, I think, is J. I've got to talk to the Elder. There you go, I could have just done that in the first place. That's a drunk man, that's probably not the Elder. I quite enjoy the walk cycle being a bit like South Park. You know how they kind of just hop along? No? Yes? Maybe? Being drunk kind of sucks in this game. I don't know if this is going to get me drunk enough. But yeah, you can see the screen goes all crazy. I don't like it much. It is not my favorite thing. Looks like that might be some kind of hairdresser. And it messes up your walk cycle as well. You start just kind of going in random directions. Okay. Some unfortunate person lives there. This looks like it might be guards. Apparently everybody's just selling stuff. Oh god, did I spend all my money? Yeah, pretty much. I kind of wish I could steal these birds. Oh, look at the piggies. I love them. Okay, so where would I be if I was the elder? Well, you wouldn't think you'd be down here with the common folk, would you? Like I said, this is in beta, so it's possible they're going to put in like a help you find where you're going thing. I'm still in love with these horses. I think they look beautiful. I've become happy again. That's probably good. Do you think maybe down here somewhere? I don't know why I'm asking you. You can't answer me. When I do finally find it, you're all going to be woodcutter. Okay, there's guards over here. That's usually a... Nope, come back here. Come back here. Mead and dumpling. And it tells you how long everything's got on it, so I'm assuming that's going to come into it. Like, I haven't played enough to really know. But eating off food is probably going to be a bad thing to do. It is in the real world. Should I steal this plate? Is it worth anything? You can also stop and start fires. Maybe you'll be able to burn down someone's house. I don't know. Okay. Oh dear. Someone didn't look after that house. Okay, so apparently that's not... I don't... think they'd be in something kind of nice, wouldn't you? Maybe not. I've got no idea. Maybe this is the elder, just conveniently... No? What can I steal from you? Why do you keep straw in your nightstand? Oh, wait, he gave me a map. Oh. I'm not in the town where we've got to see the elder. Aha! Okay, this would probably help. If I equipped my stupid shield as well as my stupid sword. Got a whole bunch of junk, but we'll deal with that later. Okay, so I've got to get to... What was it? Osbrook? Osbrook? I don't know. So I'm assuming that if I follow the path, that's probably going to be the safest way to go. Maybe, maybe not. Ooh, what does this dude want? He's got no time. Oh, that's a lot of bread. I suppose he does have wheat fields, doesn't he? He's got a lot more money than me. Does he want to buy this bread? Probably not. Well, I probably need it more than he does, really, let's be honest. So M brings up the map. The main downside being doesn't tell you where you are on the map. So you kind of just have to blindly stumble, which, hey, I'm fine with. It's part of the reason why the tutorial took me so long is because I had to investigate every corner of every level of the thing I was in, and I kept dying because of it. But I just wanted all the stuff. Just like things. I thought that was a pig. I got really excited. It was just a rock. I'm assuming there's some kind of, or if there isn't yet, there will be some kind of like alchemy or something, because I seem to be picking up a lot of herby type things. Okay, so maybe this is here. I'm a little bit concerned that I haven't run into anything yet. Oh well, my knight seems pretty happy. Is this snow? Salt? It'd be kind of cool if you could click on some of these logs and stuff. Once again, bit of a Diablo 2 person. This game really reminds me, or makes me think of, if like Darkest Dungeon and Diablo 2 had a love child, it would be like this game. And I am all for that. So that's how you use your abilities. You press the corresponding number and then choo! And then you, yes, give me that cleaver. And then you just stab people. But like I said, it is turn-based. So if you spend a turn picking something up, that's a turn that you did not move and you did not attack. Ooh, that hurts. And then you die. And that's pretty much how it goes. There are like potions and stuff that increase your intoxication. So then you start getting drunk and your screen starts getting fuzzy, as I showed you before. You get dehydrated, so you've got to drink water. You get hungry, so you've got to eat. When you get injured, you get debuffs that make you take more damage and make you recover slower and make you fumble your weapons more. So it is actually quite in-depth, in terms of what happens during combat and what happens because of combat. The main thing that would really kind of help is if there was a health potion or something, but I can't really... I just want to take that because it doesn't expire. I haven't found anything like that. I found something... It looked like a bong, I'm going to be honest, but you could probably... I think that was something that you could use during combat. It increases your pain tolerance, which means that you're less likely to get those debuffs, because a lot of the debuffs come from being in pain as opposed to the actual health loss. But it's really interesting so far. I'm really looking forward to seeing how the game develops, where it goes, what kind of continued debuffs they put in there and take out and tweak. I'm loving this kind of the way that they do the visibility, because obviously behind this tree is all shadow because I can't see around the tree. So they've actually put a lot of thought into making that kind of realistic, and the fact that you have to eat and all that stuff. Like, they've really put a lot of thought into how this game functions. And I really appreciate it personally. I think it's fantastic. Okay, so here you can see, luckily it's turn-based, so they're not just going to keep attacking me. So now I'm in pain, which means that I have more chance of fumbling, so stuffing up my attacks or missing. I heal less. Every 10 turns you heal for a certain amount depending on your vitality. So I heal for less and I take extra damage. I'm also bleeding. So if I look at this, you can see I have a bleeding injury on my right hand. So I can bandage that to stop it from bleeding. But that takes a turn, so then the two dogs will attack while I do that. And the dogs apparently, well, wolves, apparently are super healthy. But then I don't really have anything in my arsenal here that will heal me. So all these things will give you certain things. So it's going to take your hunger down. It's going to decrease your thirst. Bread, for instance, increases your thirst. So you've got to be careful if you've got no water. Maybe don't eat bread. All that kind of stuff. It's actually It takes a lot more kind of thinking about than you'd assume straight off the bat. The boss fight I actually really enjoyed, just because it also had elements of dodging. So the boss would do like kind of a bull rush thing, and it'd have this purple line that would go across the floor the turn before he did it, and you'd have to make sure you weren't standing in it. Or he'd do this AoE attack, and you'd have to make sure you got out of that. And I really liked the fact that it included something like that in a turn-based combat, so it was actually way more interesting than just your turn, I hit, then you hit me, then I hit you, then you hit me, which personally I find gets really boring really quickly. So there was actually some elements, and you had to kind of think about it, and you had to plan ahead. So you had to use your ranged attacks, and you couldn't stand too close to him because it would hurt. Watching him go through his metamorphosis was horrifying and gross, but beautifully done. Like, I'm not saying that no one should buy the game because that was gross. It was fantastic. I love gross things. So yeah, I would recommend this game, personally, from my experience of it so far in beta. I'm really looking forward to playing more of it. I'm probably going to try and stream some of it as I get further in the game. Maybe stop being so bad at it. We'll see. There's no guarantees there. Let me know in the comments what you think of this game, if you're thinking of buying it. I don't know if there's going to be any online type playing. I've got no idea. I haven't really read too much into it. But so far I'm actually really impressed with it, and I think that they've done a wonderful job, and that it would be a wonderful project to support. So thank you for watching, and hopefully you give this a look, and if you don't give it a look because it's not your thing, that's fine too. Tomorrow we'll be looking at a different game, and I will see you then.